running boom was at its height, and Falmouth was the epicenter for the running boom, and it's all here at the Cape, and it's maintaining that effort year after year, now moving on 50 years. Unbelievable.
That's great. Tony Revis, thank you very much. Round of applause for Tony, everybody. He'll be announcing in the finish and cheering you on as you make your way through the finish line. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Woods Hole for the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. It is good to be back together. Been doing this in Falmouth since 1973. And this one just feels a little bit more special given the year that was. We are just a few minutes away from the start of our wheelchair division, and in just a moment I'll invite up Falmouth native, Falmouth resident Troy Clarkson to sing America the Beautiful. Troy will also sing the national anthem before the elite women's race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just a few minutes away from the start of our wheelchair division at 8:40. And to help get things started today, I'd like to invite and introduce Falmouth resident Troy Clarkson to sing America the Beautiful. Troy will also sing the national anthem in a short while. But for now, we'd like to hand it over to Troy to sing America the Beautiful. Troy Clarkson, everybody.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Troy Clarkson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Troy, Falmouth resident. He'll be back in a little while to do our national anthem before we start our elite women's race. We're a few minutes away from the start of our wheelchair division here. And we know we have more than 7,000 athletes lined up in Woods Hole ready to start this race as we go through 8:40, 8:50, 9 o'clock. So we're welcoming you all here, and we are a few minutes away from the start of our wheelchair race. Good morning, everybody. It is now 8:39. We're going to await final clearance from our race and public safety officials before we can begin our wheelchair division. We'll do that once we are clear. you doing, Dan?
Yeah, of course. I remember you, TK. I know I keep.
Hi, Molly. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, I'm good.
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
So once we get the wheelchairs and they start, we'll have you up for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. And then I'll start the elite race.
Yeah. The elite women's race will be 15.
Okay.
And I'll
Do they want me starting every wave?
just the women.
Okay.
Yeah, just women. It'll be a, I'll work with you, but like Pacific Day, we'll give the signal and we'll do the horn and all that.
Okay.
But we still got some time. That's after we get everything through. We'll bring you up in a minute or two after.
Okay.
Glenn is about to put her backpack.
Yeah, I was
on the
wondering if
truck.
there's anywhere that I could
Truck up here.
Truck's up this way. Yeah, you got time if you
Okay,
want to go.
8:50.
I'd say 8:50 is when you start, but we'd like to interview for a few minutes before that. I'd say if you were here, because we got to do the anthem too. So I'd say if you got here like in the next 3-4 minutes, we'll do it. It's so neat to just be standing next to them. This is the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. We welcome everyone, and we welcome our new fantastic title sponsor, ASICS, and we thank them for their support and all of the great sponsors who have gathered to support this event and the runners who are taking part within it. We want to thank our board of directors, our staff, and everyone on the ASICS Falmouth Road Race organizing committee for all the work to help bring us to this moment. And we want to congratulate each and every one of you who have made it here today to the start line, who have put in the work. Now's the fun part. We'll begin the race as we go for the next, I don't know, it'll take another 30, 40 minutes or so to get everybody across the start line. And then it's on you to make your way all the way to the finish line. We are just minutes away from the start of the wheelchair division here at the 49th ASICS Falmouth Road Race. It is good to be back together. Thousands of runners reunited in competition, camaraderie, getting together for a good old-fashioned road race, and we welcome you here as we work with all of our public safety partners to make sure that everything is crisp and clear and ready to go for our wheelchair start, which we expect in just a short moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 minute from the start of the wheelchair division here in the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. More than 20 athletes here in either wheelchairs or push rim division. All these different athletes getting ready to begin the race. And to start our race is Dr. Andrew Gittleson of Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital of Cape Cod. This is the 46th running of the wheelchair division, sponsored by Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital of Cape Cod. Dr. Andrew Gittleson has been with us for several years to start this division, and it's great to have him with us and his expertise. And we want to thank Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital for its steadfast support of the Falmouth Road Race. Runners, athletes, set. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheelchair and push rim athletes are underway in the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race. Let's give them a big cheer. Even if you can't see them, they can hear you. So let them hear it. Dr. Judelson, thank you very much for starting us.
My name's Mark Davis. I've got my partner in crime, president of the board of directors for Falmouth Road Race, Scott Gilfie, on the finish line. Scott, how you doing today?
I'm great, Mark. It's pretty exciting out here. It's great to be with you. It's great to see everyone out here. After taking a year off, this is pretty exciting. I feel like it's Christmas morning.
So we just got a report that the wheelchairs did head off actually at 8:44, right when we started talking there. So they're about 4 or 5 minutes late, so they'll be here more closer to maybe 9:10. Just in case you're not aware totally of the course, athletes take off from Woods Hole by Great Harbor, then head southeast towards Nopska Lighthouse. From there, it's a northeastern journey along the ocean, passing Oyster Pond and Salt Pond. The final 2 miles takes our athletes around Falmouth Harbor and to the finish line at Falmouth Heights Ballpark right here. Later on this morning, we'll have our abled athletes that are going to be taking off. They're going to be using a pulse start. The system allows for our runners to receive an accurate time using the timing chips on the back of their bibs. Pulse intervals within each group pace group are set at approximately 2 minutes. Each pace group will have a multiple pace starts. There's pace signs that are going to be posted along Water Street at the start to help those runners get started properly. Again, the wheelchair division started about 8:44. We're expected the elite women to start at 8:50, followed by our elite men at 9 a.m. The first pole start for the general field will start about 2 or 3 minutes after our elite men. Interested in tracking an athlete today? Make sure you go to www.rtrt.me/Falmouth 2021. You can download the mobile app at rtrt.me/app/Falmouth 2021. Details such as time, pace, position on the map, and estimated finish will be instantly available. The clock at the finish line will display the time from the 9:03 first pulse start.
Mark, I just got an update from the wheelchair race. Sounds like Herman's in the lead with James Sambetta with him. And they had just crossed the first mile.
Ladies and gentlemen, since the Olympic marathon, the women's Olympic marathon, was introduced to the Games in 1980, when Joan Benoit Samuelson won gold, only 3 American women have won a medal in the event, and we have one of those, at least one of those 3 women here with us today. I think Joni may be here somewhere. But we are thrilled today to be joined by Molly Seidel, who is probably still recovering from a little bit of jet lag, as she has returned from Tokyo and is here with us today. As she now makes her way up to the start platform, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Woods Hole welcome to Olympic bronze medalist Molly Seidel. Molly, welcome to Falmouth. How you feeling?
Feeling good. This is exciting.
So Molly, congratulations. That was quite a performance. Have you recovered from jet lag yet, and have you recovered from the run yet?
I feel like I've recovered from the run. The jet lag is throwing me for a loop, man.
What was your first experience like in the Olympics?
It was just absolutely incredible. It was so much fun getting to represent Team USA. Just had a great team out there. Great race up in Sapporo, but glad to be home. Glad to get to celebrate it with everybody now.
Molly, a few days before the race, you you were Googling how to hydrate, or maybe the night before the race, how to hydrate for a marathon. Tell us about what was going through your mind in the 48 hours before the event.
It was definitely a lot of nerves just with how hot it was going to be. I was wondering if I should change my hydration strategy from what I've done from other races where it's been colder. But I'm glad I actually stuck with what I was planning.
Where in the hydration plan was it take a bag of ice and dump it all over one's face?
You mean take a bag of ice and like slowly rip it across my chest? But yeah, no, when I saw they had the ice bags out, it just started getting so hot. I was like, you know what, this would be perfect just to like pour it all over myself.
Molly, you just kind of got right into it and didn't mess around. What was your plan sort of at going into the event, and then how did the first couple miles unfold?
Truthfully, there weren't a whole lot of plans going in. We really just wanted to go be competitive and try and get up towards the front and just truthfully see how long I could hang on, and ended up hanging on a lot longer than I thought I was going to.
And you mentioned just how powerful Team USA was. Tell us about your two teammates and what that bond was like.
Yeah, so it was just a huge honor to get to run with Alphine and Sally. Both of them are just straight up heroes of mine, and it's been really cool over the last year to feel like we've really become close and become friends. So I just getting to run up at the front with Sally and getting to train a lot with Alphine out in Flag. I feel like it's been such a great experience for me getting to learn from two really accomplished, wonderful women.
As you look ahead at the fall, tell us about some of your racing plans. We're going to get to today and what you're doing today, but tell us about the fall for you.
Yeah, we're still kind of figuring out the fall. I'm not technically allowed to say yet what I'm doing, but hopefully there's going to be a big race upcoming later in the fall.
Well, that sounds good. Now tell us a little bit about today when you're allowed to talk about what you're doing today. Kind of as the announcer, I've jumped in the past and run from the back to the front. Today, I won't be the only person doing that, right?
Yeah, no, I'm super pumped when the Falmouth Race Committee pitched this of starting in the back, and everybody I pass, they're going to donate $1 to charity for the Tommy Fund. So felt like it would be the perfect little like return to the U.S., get back into racing, have some fun, and do some good for the community.
What's your strategy for doing that? Do you think you'll go right as the last person starts, or do you think you'll wait a little while? Have you thought much about it?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to try and go right when the last person starts. I'm I'm trying to take every advantage I get here.
Molly, as you built up for the marathon, some of your weekly mileage was well over 100 miles, I think 130 at times. Recovering from an Olympic effort, a race effort in the marathon, how do you feel? Now, what is the recovery like at this point?
Yeah, the recovery, I've been taking it really easy this week. I actually only took like one day off after. I've just been running like 3-4 miles a day. This will be my longest run since the marathon. But yeah, just giving my body a little rest so that I can come back like mentally and physically fresh for the next build.
And as you raise money today, are you going to be turning on the jets or what?
Yeah, we'll see what the legs have in them. I still definitely feel a little bit of Sapporo in the legs. But yeah, hopefully the excitement and the people out on the course will help get me going.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, our Olympic bronze medalist, Molly Seidel. If she passes you out there, give her a wave. Molly, thank you. Molly will start our elite women's race in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to take a quick moment of silence before our national anthem to recognize a few people who we lost in the past year. If you could, we'd like you to please give us a few moments of silence to recognize the following people who had a special place in Falmouth Road Race history: Gloria Ratty, Dick Hoyt, Travis Roy, Don DeLinks, and Frank Mastriano. Thank you very much.
We talked a little bit yesterday at the ASICS Falmouth Mile Race and the Tommy Cockery High School Mile Races about the beginning of the Falmouth Road Race. The race was the idea of legendary Tommy Leonard, an avid runner and popular bartender in Boston and here in Falmouth. During the 1972 Summer Olympics, Leonard closed his bar to watch Frank Shorter win the first Olympic marathon for the United States since 1908. After Shorter won the marathon that year, Leonard was quoted as saying, "Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could get Frank Shorter to run a race on Cape Cod?" 1 year later, in the summer of 1973, with the help of local high school track coach John Carroll and the town's recreation director Rich Sherman, the first Falmouth Road Race was run with approximately 100 people. The next year, there were 445 runners. And the year after that, Frank Shorter finally joined 850 other runners in the race, bringing Leonard's wish true. Today, the A6 Falmouth Road Race is considered one of the premier non-marathon races in the country, if not the world, attracting over 10,000 runners each year.
And at this time, we'd like to welcome back Falmouth resident Troy Clarkson to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Troy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is great to be back together. We are here for the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race, and we are moments away from the start of our elite women's race. We have 1 minute until the start. We'll invite Molly back up here to the platform. She is holding the horn. Molly, come on up here. We got to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, all lined up in the start corrals. Can we make some noise for our elite women athletes who are 30 seconds away from the start of the 2021 A6 Falmouth Road Race? A wonderful, wonderful field of world-class athletes here and ready to rumble. Molly's on the air horn. Runners set. And there they go. Let's make some noise for our elite women heading off in the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race. So, Molly, do you think you can catch them?
Oh, no way. No way. I've trained with a lot of those women out in flag. They're fit.
Great job, Molly. Is that the first time starting a race?
Yeah, that was fun.
I thought your form was good.
I feel powerful with the air horn.
Well,
I hope I don't abuse this power now.
Molly Seidel, everybody. She's going to be out there behind you, at least to start. And then eventually she's going to be in front of you.
Mark, we just got another update from the wheelchair race, and Herman Garrick is leading through 2 with James Sambetta right on his heel. James has won here once before, and I know Herman was second in 2019, so that's going to be a good race.
Again, we're probably about 10 or 15 minutes away from those leading wheelchair athletes coming across the line. I spoke earlier about the history of Falmouth. Again, just a little bit more in-depth information. There were 92 official finishers in the first Falmouth in 1973. And in 2019, over 11,000 crossed the finish line here in Falmouth Heights. Since then, we've gone from pencil and paper entries, and we've gone to online registration. Cotton t-shirts and canvas sneakers gave way to moisture-wicking singlets and high-tech running shoes. We saw some of those shoes on display last night at the ASICS Falmouth Mile. We'll see some again today on the road race. Essential corporate sponsorship now help fund a lucrative prize purse for the world's elite. And more than 2,000 volunteers every year really run the race, doing anything and everything to support the professional management team. I would just like to take this time right now to have everybody give a huge round of applause to all of these wonderful volunteers out here today. They truly do run this event.
And our Wave 1 corral has now been walked up closer to the start line. And if it hasn't already, it is starting to get real, everybody. We welcome you here to Woods Hole. We ask that you keep your mask on until you get to the starting line, at which point you're free to take it off, smile wide, and run your race. World-class athletes all here for the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race.
Mark, we just got an update through 3 miles with the wheelchair race, and Herman Garrick is still holding his lead with James on his heels. Looks like a 2-man race.
Four minutes? 4 miles? They're at 4 miles. Okay. So we got word from our good friend Matt West from Dimsey Sports. They said the wheelchair athletes just passed the 4-mile mark, so a little past halfway. So on that pace, if they started approximately 15 minutes ago, they should be here, and again, about 10 minutes.
It is wonderful to reunite here in person, and as we do, we'd like to take a moment to reflect on our Numbers for Nonprofits program, benefiting over 160 Massachusetts-based nonprofit organizations. About 3,000 of you today are raising funds for a cause that is near and dear to your hearts, and we thank you for doing so. Last year, our Numbers for Nonprofits program raised more than $2.4 million. And that was through the virtual at-home edition of the Falmouth Road Race. Also, folks, as you make your way to the finish line today, be sure to thank a volunteer. We've got more than 2,000 volunteers who have worked tirelessly during race week to give you the best experience possible. Temperatures in the mid-70s today and sunny skies. Be sure to hit plenty of aid stations as you make your way to the finish line. We've got water stations, medical stations, porta-johns all set up to help you run your finest race.
Speaking of Dimsey, a big shout out to our race organizing crew that's out here. Dave McGilvery, race director, and his crew from Dimsey helped put all of this together along with our volunteers, race organizing committee, and of course the great folks here in Falmouth. Thank you, Mary Kay. That's Mary Kay Shade out there on the women's elite vehicle. She'll be chiming in with some reports for some of those top female athletes. And then reporting from the men's truck, you'll hear the legendary voice of Tony Revis. He joined me yesterday for the ASICS Falmouth Mile and Tommy Cockery High School Miles. So he'll be on the men's truck giving us updates once those elite men head underway. We have some amazing female athletes in our field. Again, we mentioned Edna Kiplagat, one of the most accomplished marathoners in the world. Kiplagat won the IAAF World Athletics Cross Country Championship Marathon twice and has won Boston, London, and New York City marathons. Joining her, Diane Nakuri, three-time Olympian, and is an ASICS Falmouth Road Race champion.
As you make your way through the finish, you may catch the award ceremony, which is going to be happening at the finish line this year. If it is happening while you go through, be sure to give our top male and female finishers a shout out. The women are on their way, as you know at this point. They are streaking towards the finish line, and our men are about 3 minutes from starting as well. About 3 minutes, gentlemen. We've got world-class athletes, defending champions, all here for the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. And because she was so good at starting the elite women, we're going to invite bronze medalist Molly Seidel back up here to just keep that air horn form going. She nailed it the first time around. She'll do it again. We're going to work with our public safety partners and our race organizing team to make sure the roads are clear and everyone's ready to go. And I think we're about 2 minutes away from that. 2.5, we'll call it. You are lined up at the start line in front of Captain Kidd. This is the historic starting line of the Falmouth Road Race. By taking part in today's race, you are running in one of the world's most historic running events. So a few minutes after the elite men start, we'll start to send off our pulses of runners. So you will slowly be walked to the start line, and at that point, the slow walk ends and the run begins. We want to welcome you all here to Woods Hole. We want to thank you for being here. We want to thank our Woods Hole businesses and residents for welcoming the world here for our 49th running. As you make your way to the finish line today, you want to keep your eyes open for our photographers. They'll be taking pictures of you as you smile wide on the way to the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, there is less than 1 minute until the start of our elite men's race. We'll begin our pulses a few minutes after that, so stand by. We've got Bill Rogers in the crowd. We've got Joan Samuelson in the crowd. What a field of runners here today. It is good to be back together. There's Bill waving. Bill Rogers is here. Joni is here somewhere as well. You never know what greatness you'll run into here. And of course, Frank Shorter is here. Frank and Bill. There's Frank. Frank coming into the starting line area. I want to give a big shout out to our racing legends who have joined us here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 10 seconds to the start. Molly is ready. Runners set. And there they go. The elite athletes are off in the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Give them a cheer, everybody.
Frank Lara did the trick on that field then. He got second place to Leonard Career. We'll see how it plays out as Leonard Career is now tucked into second place. And they've known each other. They've raced together just 2 weeks ago, and now they're doing it again. Trading blows here in the early stages of the Falmouth Road Race.
All right, we just got a report. Our men's wheelchair is at mile 6, just literally right around the corner. So we expect that athlete to be coming in any day now. That voice you just heard before, again, legendary announcer Tony Revis from the men's vehicle. We'll get reports from him throughout today's event.
Bill Rogers is underway as well. Let's give a round of applause for Bill. Frank Shorter is with us today. Joan Benoit Samuelson is here today. And one more time before she leaves the start stage, our new bronze medalist, Molly Seidel. I love all these speedy people up front. Molly, you're going to catch every one of these guys. Molly's going to smoke you guys.
Okay. We just wanted to make sure we knew everybody holding the brake tape right now for our wheelchair champions. Stephanie Nandali, Vice President of the Hospital Operations at Spalding Rehabilitation Cape Cod, and Stephen Patrick, Chief Development Officer at the Spalding Rehabilitation Network. Let's give them a round of applause there, holding our brake tape for our men's and women's wheelchair champions.
We've got less than 1 minute until the first wave is off here, and then you're on your own. I can see one of the Falmouth 2, Brian Salzberg here. Again, Brian's done this every year since 1973, so follow him. He knows the way. He and Tom Branley have run every Falmouth road race since 1973.
Here we go. We got our lead vehicles here. Let's give it up. Let's get the crowd going. We got our top wheelchair athlete getting ready to come down over the hill.
Wave 1 just a few moments away. Okay, there goes our first wave. Let's make some noise, everybody. Give a wave as you go by. Good luck, Jack. Good luck, David. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race. Are we going to see you guys at the finish line or what? It is good to be back together. Have a great run, everybody. We'll see you at the finish line 7 miles from now.
All eyes to the top of that hill. Any second now. We see the crowd clapping at the top of the hill. That must mean they're coming. Here we go. Your champion here in the 49th annual running of the Falmouth Road Race, Herman Garrick. Give it up all the way from Utica, New York, your champion, Herman Garrick. Wow, what a commanding victory for Herman.
Our second wave now making their way to the starting line. Looking good, everybody. Sun's out, guns out. Beautiful day for a race. We are 1 minute from the start of wave 2. Welcome to Woods Hole, everybody. Any Falmouth first-timers out here today? Let's see a show of hands. Yeah, baby.
Here comes our second athlete here in the men's wheelchair division.
James Sambetta.
We're expecting that to be James Sabata. Yes, it is James Sambetta from Chicago, Illinois, your second place finisher.
Listen for the horn. That was the horn. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race. All right. Keep an eye on each other out there today. It is great to be back and running together in person. Hey, Paul Clark, have a great race, Speedy. Look at all these speed demons out here. Remember, you don't want to be a speed demon now. Start slow. Nice and easy. Get to mile 6 feeling good. If you feel good at mile 6, turn on the jets. Hey, good luck, everybody. Have a great race. Boston Bulldogs are here. The Colonial Roadrunners are here. Tom and Stride for Stride are here. Wonderful nonprofit making a difference for runners everywhere. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race. We will see you at the finish line. This is our third group of runners making their way to the starting line. It's great to have you here with us this morning.
So after 5K in the women's wheelchair, we got Emilia Perry that's leading the field a couple of minutes ahead of Michelle Wheeler. Here we got our third and fourth place finishers in the men's wheelchair coming across the line. That's Tony Noguera and Fidel Aguilar. Tony having won this race many, many times. A staple here in the running community in New England.
Are we excited or what? Let's go. You didn't come all the way to Woods Hole to stand still. And away they go, the third wave. Have a great run, everybody. The 70-mile Falmouth Road Race. Just kidding. Just kidding. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race, Dennis. Get a Kenny. Bernadette, go for it. A great race, Bridget. Alan's in the house. Timothy's looking strong. Timothy, I want you looking just as strong 7 miles from now, okay? Hannah's here. Noah's in the house. Stephen came to Woods Hole looking for a good time. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, it's great to have you guys here. A lot of energy, a lot of smiling, happy runners. We will see just as many smiles in the finish line. Folks from Team Beef are here, one of our supporters and sponsors. Thank you, guys. We got a lobster in the house. Put your claws together. He is running for MGH. Probably will be our first finisher in the crustacean division.
Guys, this is Tony Rivers out on the past 2 miles in 9 minutes. Second, 4:36. Off of 4. Still far up.
Thank you, Tony. Coming through there just in the last couple of minutes for the men's wheelchair, Matthew Porterfield, followed by Gary Brendel, your 5th and 6th place finishers in the men's wheelchair division. Again, we'll wait to get word on where that top female wheelchair athlete is. Again, we expect Emilia Perry. She's our lead female wheelchair athlete over Michelle Wheeler at this point. We'll wait to get an update as soon as they pass 10K.
Women have come through.
So soon after the top women come, top wheelchair women, let's get this over. Try to. I don't know if we've got them holding somewhere. At least the winner. We do have Emilia Perry just passing the 10K mark. That's just past 6 miles, so she should be coming in any minute. Looks like she's got a significant lead. Again, officially, your winner of the men's wheelchair division for the time officially of 25-24. Big round of applause for Herman Garrick. We'll get Herman up and our top athletes up here for our award ceremony soon after the women wheelchair athletes come through.
Okay, Molly Seidel is now making her way all the way to the back. If you're looking at the start line, she's off to your right. She's going to smoke you guys on the way to the finish line. And every person she passes, it's $1. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There you go. The fourth group looking good. The Dana-Farber Cancer Institute is here. Raising funds, making chains. Run for MGH. Team Red, White, and Blue is here. Boston Children's in the house. And ALZ in the house. So many runners, so many causes. The Ellie Fund is here. Team BMC. Team Challenge is here. The Hannon Foundation in the house. Look at all these smiling runners. Hey, John Marcus in the house. Gonna have a great 7-mile run. Make it happen, says the shirt. Fight cancer, says this shirt. You bet. Every day. Let's go. Let's have a great race, you guys. Again, you didn't come all the way to Woods Hole to not have a great race. Lucas Bushy, 10 years old. All right, everybody. Great job. Fourth group, have a great run. Hang on to that mask, everybody.
Mason Furlick, fourth in this race, 15 and fifth last night in the Falmouth Elite Mile, in there as well. All the top, right in there, tight. Now along that open spectrum sound on the right-hand side of the runners. Fans are lining their scores and giving them a lot of assistance on the Falmouth.
In the women's race, Eddie Pitcock has just made a major move on Avenue.
Here comes another one of our men's wheelchair athletes coming through. Delmace Mayo out of Jamaica Plain coming across. And that's Matt Davis out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Great job, Matt.
Here comes our fifth group making its way to the starting line. I should have said this earlier, but I want to give a special shout out to the A6 Falmouth Road Race team. I mean, we are in the midst of a global pandemic, and to organize an event like this and to bring us all together is an enormous undertaking. And so I want to give, for everyone who's here, let's give a big shout out to our race organizers who've helped put this all together and get us to this point, because it is great to be back together, and it is great to see so many smiling, happy runners. Even if you've got the mask on, we know you're smiling underneath. Hey, hang on to that mask and put it in a trash receptacle or bring it with you to the finish line. We want to keep Woods Hole looking beautiful. We've got less than 30 seconds until you take off. Group 5, can I hear some noise, please? For goodness sake, it's a road race on the horn. There it is. Let's go. We'll see you at the finish line. Beat Childhood Cancer, Falmouth. The PCC team is here. Let's go, everybody. We will see you at the finish line. Have a great run. Drink water. Keep an eye on those around you. Have a great race, everybody. It is great to be back. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. Have a great run, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, let's hear some noise as you come across the line. Team ALS is here. Gray Nation Endurance in the house. Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Boston Children's Hospital. Team Beef in the house. Everybody running a race today for a particular cause that's near and dear to their hearts. Have a great run, everybody.
So far, they're not doing it. And now number 5, David Peck, on the front, Laura right on his right side, then Flanagan right behind him. Then
And here's our top women's wheelchair athlete coming through here. Give it up for Emilia Perry out of Philly, PA. Your women's champion here at the 49th annual A6 Falmouth Road Race in the women's wheelchair division. Sorry to cut you off there, Tony. We just wanted to make sure we gave due to Emilia.
You are about to start the 49th A6 Falmouth Road Race, and we're so lucky and thankful to have you here. Andy's calling the shots on the start line. Let's give a round of applause to Andy on the air horn. I'm on vocals, Andy on air horn. My name's TK, that's Andy. But from here on out, it's all you guys. You got to take it from here. There you go, everybody. Good luck. Have a great race. We will see you at the finish line. Yeah, all right. Look at all these smiles that we'll see at the finish line as well. Go get them, boys and girls. You guys look great. Team MGH in the house looking strong. Falmouth Road Race in the house. Let's go. Have a great race, you guys. Teddy's team is here. Yeah, baby. It's great having everybody here. The Heron Project in the house. Go get him, Betsy. Have a great race, Karen. Allie, you got it. Have a great run. Go get him, Karen. Have a great run. Have a great race, Brian. All right, Jennifer. All right, Lance. We'll see you at the finish line.
I tell you what, Mary Kate, when you look at the athletes, you look at the men's Olympic marathon, now you're looking at Edna, you're seeing these experienced athletes running. Edna is the 3-time winner of the Abbott World Marathon Majors Championship. She's a very well-experienced athlete, so she knows how to handle some of these young runners out here.
She knows how to run in every type of weather. Hot, cold, rainy.
Mark, I'm down here with our wheelchair champions. Can you hear me?
Yep. All right, Scott's down here with our top wheelchair athletes. Scott, go ahead.
All right, so we're going to do our award ceremony. Jennifer Edwards with the awards. So I'd like to work award. Oh, we got Emma here. James, you want to come up here first? Our second place finish, former champion here, James Sembetta.
A time of 22:18 for James in second place.
Nice cross today.
And our champion, after being here for several years, he gets his first title, Herman Gehrig.
A commanding victory there in 25-24. Give it up for Herman.
What's the name of this? What is it?
Did her famous circuit of the fountain. Heading towards the hill.
Once again, congratulations to all of our male wheelchair athletes today. Scott, it looks like you've got the champion in the women's division.
I do. We have Emmy Perry, first-time champion here. Come on up, Emmy.
Emmy Perry's time officially was 37:59 in today's running. A big round of applause for our wheelchair athlete champions, Herman Gehrig, Emilia Perry.
How we feeling out there? Yeah. It's race day, guys. Today's it. It's the day. You're doing it. The ASICS Falmouth Road Race will begin for you all in, I think, less than a minute. In 30 seconds. No turning back now, everybody. You look great. You feel great. Finish strong, everybody. We will see you at the finish line. Sean is here. Andrea Ricardo is with us. Noom is with us. Oriana is here. Zach Williams is in here somewhere making his road race debut. There we go. Have a great race, everybody. Are we going to see you guys at the finish line or what? Let's go. Elizabeth and Kimberly running for Dana-Farber. Go get it. Catherine is here with BSU. Let's do it. Swim Across America, running across Falmouth today. Let's go, everybody. Southern New Hampshire University in the house. November Project is here. Make-A-Wish Foundation looking strong. All right, everybody, have a great race. You are doing it. You have now begun the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Have a great race. We will see you at the finish line.
That's right. Edna Kiplagat just passed the 10K mark in 32:42, so she's just passed 6 miles. We expect her to be rolling in here pretty soon. The legendary Edna Kiplagat, one of the most experienced athletes around. Again, the men went through 5K, led by Frank Lara, Leonard Career, Baez Mbasa, John Ranieri. They were all right about 14:17 at 5K. 14 minutes, 17 seconds officially at 5K. Fiona O'Keefe, 33:12 at 10K, so she's about 30 seconds behind Ebna. We have our first duo coming in here. Give it up. Brendan Alward. Brendan is with Jacob Wyman.
Mark, we have our brake tape holders in place for the women's race.
Holding our elite women's brake tape, we got Kara Gaynor and Megan Sylvie with the ASICS running team holding our brake tape. Big round of applause. Looks like we've got another wheelchair athlete coming in here, and I think I saw our lead vehicles for the women at the top of the hill, so they should be coming in as well. That's William Lair. So here's our lead vehicles in the women's race. We expect, again, the legendary Edna Kiplagat to be cresting that hill any minute now. Emily Sear is our next female wheelchair athlete coming in. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mirroring her countryman's Kipchoge's medal at the Olympics, the experienced Edna Kiplagat, winner of the A6 Falmouth Road Race. Unofficially 36:52. And here comes our chase pack there. Great battle for second, third, and fourth. McKenna Morley coming in. Looks to be second.
We got Emily Durgan in second. O'Keefe.
Emily Durgan, Fiona O'Keefe.
And Diane Nakori.
That's Aislinn Koof from Concord, Mass. coming in. Taylor Werner from Chapel Hill. Give it up.
And we just had Maddie Wilson cross the line. Maddie ran this race for the first time when she was 8.
Iveen Kimboy coming in.
Mark, did you get an official time on the women's winner?
We don't have an official quite yet, but unofficially 36:52 for Edna.
Which is a little off the course record of 35:02.
JC Smith coming in, Colorado Springs. Susanna Sullivan came across from Reston, one of my old hometowns.
Let's go, Tony.
Go for it, Tony.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final pulse, which means right on your heels is Olympic bronze medalist Molly Seidel. She will streak past you guys. Give her some loud encouragement as she does. With each runner she passes, it is $1 she's raising for charity here, but we wish you all well in your journey to the finish line today. Have we got first-timers out here? It's great to have you with us. We hope it's not your last time. Good luck, everybody. We will see you at the finish line. Thank you for running, and thank you for joining us for the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race. Have a great run, everybody. Good luck, Mandy. Have a great run, Ashley. Go get him, John. Thank you, thank you. Have a great race, Lynn. Go get him, Lauren. Karen, we will see you at the finish line. Eileen, you're looking great. Kathleen, have a great race, my friend. Good luck, Stephen. Daniel, go get him. Gregory, have a great race. Lisa, Olivia, Sarah, Tara, Walter, Richard, you guys are all here. You're doing it. You're doing the damn thing, as we like to say. Pam, good luck. Matthew, good luck. Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital represented today. Team BMC in the house. Have a great race, you guys. Good luck, everybody. We're going to see you at the finish line. Team Ellie is here. Edward, let's do it. It's race day, my friend. MGH team is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the point where Molly is set to begin. And ladies and gentlemen, there she goes. Molly's off, and she's taking no prisoners. Molly Seidel is on your heels, everybody. For every runner she passes, it is $1 raised for charity. Troy Clarkson, our national anthem singer. Troy, thank you. Great job. And that concludes the start of the Falmouth Road Race. And now I got to go run. Oh, goodness.
So we've got Laura, our entire race leader, second at the Big 7 road race. We've got 2018 champion Ben Hunt and
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, we've got a large pack of men. We'll wait to see them come in again. They just passed the 10K mark in 28:50. Holding our brake tape for our men when they come in, Brett Barnes and JP Pino from the ASICS running team will be holding our finish line tape for our top men when they come in a few minutes. Emma Bates out of Boulder, Colorado came through. Abby McNulty and Allie Cash out of Seattle, Washington. That's Julia Conan coming in. Here comes our lead vehicle for our men's race. That means our men should be coming down over the hill any minute now. We've got our lead vehicles for the men coming in. More women are finishing up. Katrina Coogan, daughter of Mark Coogan. Jocelyn Todd, Pam Pinto. Some more top female athletes here in the race. That's Dave McGilvery on that nice, sweet-looking scooter. Race director Dave McGilvery. Give it up for him. Dimsey Sports. Again, at 10K, we had a pack of about 6 or 7 athletes. Frank Lara, Ben Flanagan, Manuel Bohr, Baya Simbasa, Clayton Young, Colin Beanie. Huge crowd, so we'll see how that pans out over the last mile. The unique shape of this distance and this course makes it so great just to peer at the top of that hill and see who's the one that's coming in. And here we go. Here's our man coming in right now.
Flanagan at the top of the hill.
Ben Flanagan, former champion out of Canada, coming through.
There he is. Ben Flanagan. Baya Simbasa second. Lenny Correa third. Frank Lara fourth. Colin Betty in fifth.
Wow, what a large pack of athletes coming in here. Parker Stenson, John Ranieri, Clayton Young, Scott Fauble coming across. Akana Kabet, Leonard Career, returning champion coming across the line here. Leonard Career, give it up. Wow, what a great race from Ben Flanagan. We can't wait to get a chat with him, find out how that last mile went, how he was able to pull away from such a great field. Unofficially, 32:16 for Ben Flanagan. Baya Simbasa in 32:19, and Emmanuel Bohr in 32:21 is top. Those are official times at this moment. Once again, big thanks to Kara Gaynor, Megan Sylvie, Brett Barnes,
Mason
and JP
Froelich.
Pino, who are our break tape holders for our elite races.
Yeah, Rory Linkletter finishing right now. Ben Flanagan doing a victory lap.
That was Mason Froelich, straight out from the Olympics, that just came across the line about a few seconds ago. Ran the steeplechase at the Olympics for the U.S. team. But today it's all about Canada. Ben Flanagan, give it up!
Noah Droddy just finishing.
Paul Hogan from the BAA just coming across there. Aya Dendenya from Flagstaff, Ian Carter, Sam Geha, Colin Leibold. Got a lot of athletes coming in here, a lot of fast runners leading our general field. Ryan Forsyth, Max McNeil. Give it up for all these fine athletes coming across here.
Hey, Mark, I'm down here with our champion, Ben Flanagan.
Go ahead, Scott. Let's talk to Ben.
Ben, take us through the race. Congrats again, Pete.
Oh my God. The moment I finished this race 3 years ago, by the time I got back to the Gelfies house, I said, hey, do you have a contract for the next 40 years? Because I want to come back. Year later, bang up my leg, can't come back to defend the title. COVID happens. 3 years down the road, all I'm waiting for is this race. I don't make the Olympics. I got one more shot to show everyone what I have, and this is the place to do it. Thank you so much, Falmouth. This has been incredible. I love you all.
Congratulations, Ben. Unreal. We'll see you back up here for the awards in a few minutes.
Once again, Falmouth, give it up. Your champion here today from Canada, Ben Flanagan. We'll have Ben up, we'll have Edna up, and all of our top athletes in our men's and women's division here in just a few minutes, hand out their awards. And then we'll welcome over 5,000 athletes. Jonas Hampton out of the BAA coming through. David Bett came in. Stephen Sambu, former BAA 10K champion, came through just about a minute ago. David Bett as well, a BAA 10K champion.
David Bett getting himself ready for the Boston Marathon this October. Nobody wins like Ben Flanagan here at the Falmouth Road Race. The only man to attempt to hurdle the finish line tape.
Tony and Mark, that's a Canadian sweep. We had Charles Thibodeau last night in the mile. We have Ben Flanagan today in our 7-miler.
My Canadian wife will be really happy to hear that, Scott.
Starting a trend. 32:16, a very fast time here on this Falmouth course. But what a great men's race it was all the way. Frank Lara did all the front running, everyone tucked in behind him, but then when they turned the harbor, you could see Ben beginning to make his presence felt along that front pack a little bit more. Emmanuel Bohr was right there as well. And it was interesting because Baisa Sembesa, who fell down at 15 minutes and 30 seconds into the race, got himself back up and I think got himself on the podium in third place. So congratulations to Bia.
We're waiting just to get final results, official results for the women's race, and then we'll have that ceremony right here near the start, near the finish line.
Mark, we're down here with the women's winners, ready to adorn them with their medals. We have our ASICS representative down here as well. We're waiting for the official results.
So we got Lauren Timish, that's going to be helping to hand out our awards from our ASICS running team, actually from the ASICS running apps team. So Lauren will be handing out our awards.
Still waiting on those results. Official times.
More athletes coming in here across the line. Give it up for them, folks. Ryan Kenny coming across. Matt Senni along with Abby Senni. Another dual team coming through.
So, Mark, I think we're going to bypass those results, but we have the three athletes here. Oh, wait, I think we have them.
Here we have the 36:52 is the winning time by Edna Kiplagat. Emily Durgan in second place in 37:19. Fiona O'Keefe out of Stanford University in 37:20. Makina Morley in fourth place, 37:22. And our 2015 champion, Diana Curry, 37:35 in fifth place.
Great, thanks, Tony. So, Mark, starting with third place finisher, can you call her up onto the podium?
Again, finishing in third place here today in a time of 37:20. Give it up for Fiona O'Keefe.
Getting stronger as the season goes along.
And in second place here today, not too far ahead of Fiona, in a time of 37:19, Emily Durgan.
Runner-up at the U.S. 10K Championships at Peachtree, July 4th.
And your champion, the legendary, give it up, in a time of 36:52, Edna Kiplagat.
Edna also getting ready for the Boston Marathon this fall.
Your top three in today's ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Big round of applause for these ladies. Come on. So Scott, let's see if we can get Edna and have a little chat with her and talk about that race that she dominated so well today.
Great.
So much. Thank you for bringing me to Falmouth. I think the last time I ran here was 2003, and so I'm grateful to be back. I want to take this opportunity to thank the race organizers, the director, and all the sponsors and fans, and also grateful for all the host families for opening up their doors and welcoming us to come and stay with them. So thank you so much. The race today was good. The competition was really nice. I enjoyed. I knew it would be tough for the first 3 miles because it was rolling hills. And I knew I'll handle the rest. So I'm happy to win the race today.
Well, congratulations, Edna, and welcome to Falmouth again. You're always welcome back. And here's to it, our champion, Edna Kiplagat.
What a legendary athlete, Edna Kiplagat. Big round of applause for our women's champion.
And here we have our results, Mark, from our men's race beginning in 5th place. Colin Benny. He was 4th in Peachtree and 4th at Bix. He was 5th today in Falmouth in 32:25. Frank Lara, what a job he did today, finishing in 4th place, but he led the race the entire way and made sure it was an honest pace and a fast time. 4th place in 32:22. These are good times. Emmanuel Bohr, 4th in the Olympic trials in 5,000 meters. 32:21 in 3rd. Baya Sambasa, 32:19 in 2nd place. The man that fell down at 15 minutes into the race got up and got himself on the podium. And of course, our two-time champion from Canada, University of Michigan's own Ben Flanagan, the winner in 32:16.
All right, Mark, we have our 3 top men's finishers out here. We're ready to award them their medals.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Scott. We're going to have their award ceremony here now for our top 3 male athletes here in today's ASICS Falmouth Road Race. We had, as Tony mentioned, a very tight pack all the way through 10K, and it just broke up in the last half mile. Coming in 3rd place, give it up for Emmanuel Bohr. And 2nd place overall, just 2 seconds ahead of Emmanuel. Give it up, Baya Simbasa. And your champion, now a 2-time champion, he became the first Canadian athlete to win the Falmouth Road Race. He's now become the 2nd Canadian athlete to win the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. An official time of 32:16, Ben Flanagan. Once again, your top 3 athletes there, Emmanuel Bohr, Baya Simbasa, and Ben Flanagan. Top 3 athletes in the 2021 ASICS Falmouth Road Race.
Ben was the first Canadian to win the Falmouth Road Race in 2018. He's the first Canadian to win 2 in 2021.
Big thank you to all of these wonderful elite athletes that came out here to run the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. We also want to thank, of course, our 2 voices from our press trucks, Mary Kate Shea and Tony Revis, with all their wonderful reports from the course. Now it's time for the heart of the race as we welcome all of these wonderful athletes that have been out here running this 7.1 mile course. Jack Fleming, running in honor of Gloria Ratty. Jack Fleming, COO of the Boston Athletic Association, coming across the line.
Luke McGilvery, 43:12.
That's son of Dave McGilvery, Luke McGilvery coming through there. But as I mentioned, Jack is running in honor of the late and great Gloria Ratty. The running community will mourn and miss a wonderful, wonderful woman that has been a part of this sport for so many years. Mike Sweeney, Scott Pennell, Chip Mellaby coming across. Aaron Jaffke, JP Gerard, Paul Lang. Eric Boyer out of Plymouth and Ethan Weiner out of Marston's Mills. As we mentioned before, you'll see the athletes with the hearts on their bibs. That's to represent the Numbers for Nonprofits charity runner program launched by former race co-director Rich Sherman. To aid the runners in achieving their fundraising goals, the Numbers for Nonprofits program has partnered with various fundraising professionals that provide technology and innovative solutions to help make those efforts easier and more fun. Along with the implementation of a peer-to-peer fundraising system, the ASICS Falmouth Road Race has also added incentives, sweepstakes, and prizes to generate excitement for these fundraisers. Big round of applause for all these folks raising money for all these great charities. As we mentioned several times here, our title sponsor, ASICS, since founding in 1949, ASICS has been committed to nurturing the world's youth through sports in order to contribute to society. Their vision has been to create quality lifestyle through intelligent sport technology, and their mission is to provide goods and services that promote healthy and fulfilling lifestyles throughout the world. We are very, very thankful for our title sponsor, ASICS, in joining us here today. Jeffrey Hadzima coming across, James Bonner, Daniel Renaud, Rachel Bargarbos, Patrick Dunn out of Weymouth. As we mentioned, we've got some legendary runners in the field here today. We'll wait to get word when they're coming through. Among them, Boston Marathon champion Bill Rogers, Olympic gold medalist Frank Shorter, just to name a few athletes that are out there. As these athletes are coming across the finish line, they're given grab-and-go refreshment bags. Thanks to our official supermarket, Stop and Shop. They'll be handed out by our Falmouth band parents, over 50 volunteers strong. They're in there today. Among other things, runners will receive Rice Krispie Treats, a banana, and a Kind bar. Heck, all that and a bag of chips.
Mark, we have a Falmouth legend coming down the hill right now. In Kenny Gardner.
Kenny Gardner, give it up. James Dyer from Boston. James Inkleton from Framingham. Ryan Wheel from Somerville. Michael Coe out of Chicago. Thanks for coming out here, Michael. Patrick Morin from Falmouth. Got a lot of local athletes coming in here. Brian Evans from Stoneham. Paul Vella from Lunenburg, Mass. Jason Kramer from Marshfield. Of course, we want to thank all of the residents and businesses here at the finish line in Falmouth Heights for accompanying all of us today. We appreciate their help and understanding. Of course, want to thank the board of directors, all the staff members, and the Falmouth Road Racing Organizing Committee for their year-round planning of this year's race. And again, a big thank you out to Dave McGilvery, our race director, along with the DMSC sports team.
Mark, we just had Silas Gardner, Kenny's son, just finished, right on his heels.
Who won, son or father?
Well, I think this will be the last year that Kenny beats his son.
Kyle Johnson from Ashland coming through. Terrence Burrick from Medfield. Daniel Gratzer from Framingham. William Marks from East Falmouth. Michael Anderson from Tucker, Georgia. He brought the humidity with him. As we mentioned before, we've got nearly 2,000 volunteers out here working tirelessly during race week. We want to have a big shout out to our volunteer managers, Carrie and Brian Brody, doing a fantastic job with this program this year. With these hot conditions out here, we also want to call out our medical team, sponsored by Cape Cod Healthcare, be making sure everyone leaves the race safe today. We hope you don't, but if you find yourself in the medical tent, make sure you say hello to Dr. John Jardine, our medical director, who works year-round to ensure the safe race experience possible. Did you know there's 17 mobile medical stations along the course? 17 of them along a 7-mile course. That's good coverage. Caitlin Schultz coming in from Norwood. Kenneth McCormack. Don Roberts from West Springfield. William Held from Natick. David Formansky from Forest Park, Illinois. Got a lot of folks from Illinois coming out here. Mark D'Amico from Saugus. Ben Legacy from Mashpee. Brian Baker from Walden, New York.
Mark, Brian's running his 43rd Falmouth Road Race. Give it up for Brian Baker.
That is amazing. We do want to give a special shout out to what is known as the Falmouth Three. Brian Salzberg, Tom Brantley, and Mike Bennett, who have run every single Falmouth Road Race up until this year.
49 straight.
Speaking of our local businesses here, if you want to stay a little longer after the race, make sure you head across the street to the Shipwreck for their post-race outdoor beer garden bash. Bring your ID and bring your cash. Scott, we were out at the miles last night. We had the Tommy Cockery High School Mile, the 10th running. Just want to give a big shout out to our champions. Miles Liz Reardon out of Brookline won the boys race in 4:23, and our girls race was won by Rory Clare out of Wellesley High School, finishing in 5:08.
Mark, we just had another Falmouth legend, and Annie Presick just finished.
Thanks, Scott. And then after those high school races, we had the ASICS Falmouth Elite Mile, the 25th running of that event. Our men's champion, as Scott mentioned before, out of Canada, Charles Filbert Thibodeau, running, listen up, folks. Charles ran last night a 3:52 mile on the Falmouth High School track, 3:52.97. The fastest outdoor mile on Massachusetts soil ever. And in the women's race, Emma-Louise Markovich in a photo finish time, winning by 0.02 seconds to take home the $5,000 prize in a time of 4:41. Congratulations to all four of those athletes. Jeffrey
Falmouth
Lynch out of
favorite,
Boston
Mark.
coming through.
We got Glenn Pakraka coming over the line now. Glenn's dad had run 47 straight until he finally had to give it up.
Kelly Bradbury out of Newburyport coming across here. Jessica Bates from Bethel. Thanks for coming down from Maine there. Cheryl Sullivan out of North Attleboro, Mass. Emily Garfield out of Bow, New Hampshire. Keep giving up for these athletes, folks. They want to hear it. Again, all of our photos today taken by our official race photographer, Marathon Photo. You can find your running pictures on the race website after the race at marathonphoto.com. Again, as I mentioned before, we're proud to partner with NBC 10 Boston, NECN, and Telemundo, providing coverage from the start area to the finish line, with Ellie Rosenberg reporting live this morning and various anchors running the course. Meeting your family after the race? Please don't plan to meet your family on the ball field, as there are no amenities there this year. The ball field is closed per Falmouth Public Safety, so you need to make alternative plans to meet your family and friends. If you need to get back to Woods Hole after the race, take the whoosh trolley from the Falmouth Mall or Main Street. Race results will be posted today by 2 p.m.
Wait,
after
Mark,
the race
excuse
on our
me.
website.
We got gold medalist Joni Benoit Samuelson.
Give it up for Joni Benoit. Joan Benoit coming across the line here in the white hat.
Mark, Joni just had a knee replacement in February.
We had that Olympic bronze medalist in the women's marathon at the Tokyo Olympics. Joan Benoit won the very first gold medal, very first women's medal in the marathon. As I was saying, race results will be posted at FalmouthRoadRace.com and available on the 2021 RTRT Falmouth Road Race app. As we thank all of our folks here in Falmouth Heights, please help us keep Falmouth Heights clean. As we strive to become zero waste event, we ask for your cooperation. Make sure you deposit any empty water bottles in the recycling bins on your way out. Bring any and all food, paper, and plastic waste to one of our recycling stations. A big thank you to Cavosa Disposal Corporation for partnering with us in this endeavor. And thanks in advance for making extra effort to support us in this goal.
Mark, I just got an update. Place Sido went through 5K. I think it's a pretty pedestrian pace. I think there's a lot of selfies out there with her, kind of slowing her down.
So amazing to see Joan Benoit coming across the finish line here in the 49th annual running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. What a legendary athlete.
We have Juliana Coughlin of Falmouth coming across the finish line now.
Hey!
Top local runner.
Wesley Stanton out of Wellesley coming across. Aaron Foley out of Boston. Katie Fallon coming up from Buffalo, New York. The real heart of the field coming across the finish line here. Keep those applause going. These folks have been working hard for you. Timothy Reel out of South Boston. Jonathan Better out of Stoughton. Charlie Hardiman out of Medfield. '49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. In the heart of it, next year we hope everybody can join us for the 50th anniversary. We had two lucky folks last night at the ASICS Falmouth Mile win free entries into next year's race, essentially becoming the first two entries in the 50th running. Again, make sure you download the RTRT app to get all the official results from your athletes. Rodney Andre coming in. Chris Risco, Kenneth Brown from Hopkinton, Megan Carew out of Milton, David Hamill out of Natick, Matthew Cusick out of Newton, Timothy Vaughn from Andover, William Chin from Falmouth. Jack Carey out of Hingham coming through. Greg Tremblay out of Dorchester. James O'Brien out of Brighton. Give it up for John Peterson, Falmouth. Kenny Marsters. Megan Silva. Stephanie Sullivan out of North Kingston. Scott, how great is it to see this race back in almost its full form?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. I mean, I think it's so fitting that Molly wins an Olympic medal, and it really was an Olympic marathon that Frank won that kicked off this race. So she's kind of given us a rebirth.
It was so great. I had the pleasure of interviewing Molly out on the track last night at the ASICS Falmouth Mile. Wonderful, wonderful athlete, great representative, and obviously, just like Joan Benoit, is going to be a huge influence on the future of not only distance running in this country, but especially female distance running. All those young ladies out there wanting to aspire to be the next Molly Seidel. David Hill out of Bournemouth coming through. Chris Clifford. Alex Guerin from Plymouth. Katie Welter from New York, New York. Great job, Katie. Jim Donovan out of Mashpee. Brian McDonald out of Newport, Rhode Island. As folks are around here, the information table, including Lost and Found, is located along Crescent Avenue at the top of the ball field. If you do have any lost items, make sure you head on over there again, across Crescent Avenue at the top of the ball field. Again, big shout out right here to Shipwrecked. They'll be hosting the post-race outdoor beer garden bash. So after your race, make sure you head on over there.
Falmouth resident Dina Pandia.
Donnie Thompson out of Mashpee. Amy Donahue out of Watertown coming through. Brian O'Connor out of Falmouth. Again, some of our other sponsors that we have help supporting this event on top of our title sponsor, ASICS, and our Platinum Rage. We want to thank CVS Health, Stop and Shop, Yasso Ice Cream, Spalding Rehab Hospital of Cape Cod, and Cape Cod Healthcare.
We just saw Dana Panapinto come by the finish line from ALS 1, local Falmouth resident.
In addition to those sponsors, we also want to thank SBLI Insurance. We have the Cockery family helping to support the Tommy Cockery High School Mile. As we mentioned before, NBC Boston, Gatorade, which was along the course here today, along with Poland Spring Water, and Mayflower Wind. Rockland Trust, Cooked Perfect, Truly Hard Cider, Penske Inside Tracker, Samuel Adams, Wicked Easy, Little Leaf Farms, Premier Companies, Northeast Beef Promotion Initiative, some of our other sponsors. Cool 102 has been out here. Duncan Dole, as I mentioned, Poland Spring Water along the course. Greater Boston Urology, 4C Bread, Marathon Photo, our official photographer, John Sellers, H.A. Leo Crane Service, K.M. Franks, and Olivia's Organics. Some of the folks
Mark,
that are helping to support us.
Mark, we have Tom Branley, one of the Falmouth 3, coming across the finish line right in front of you right now. His blue singlet. Tom Branley, all 49 races. There he goes. Molly Seidel! There she goes!
That was Molly Seidel, folks. Your 2021 Olympic bronze medalist in the women's marathon, Molly Seidel. Scott, let's make sure we get a hold of her, get her out over here before, and get a nice interview with Molly. Hey, Molly, why don't you come back here, back towards the finish line, Molly?
Yeah, where do you want it? Right here? Perfect.
We'll try to get Molly back over here in front of the finish line because we got more athletes coming in here. Dee Voigt out of Huntington, New York. Sarah Nelson out of East Falmouth. Eric Smith out of Falmouth. Joe Harkins. Brenda Burke out of Boston. Krista Brown out of Hanson, Mass. Julia Lawson coming across. Corey Connolly. Jack Smith out of Duxbury. Nick Foreman, local boy here out of Falmouth. Mitch Lerner coming across. Welcome, Mitch. Bridget Ryan out of Kingston. William McGinnis out of Cumberland. Daniel Fitzpatrick out of Easton, Mass. All right, so we got word Molly went into the media tent, and we're going to have her hopefully back out here in a few minutes to talk to her. Again, we had a nice interview with her yesterday, and we'll talk to her about today's race. Meantime, Joseph Harrington out of Easton, Mass. coming through. Zach Gillen out of Boston. Joe Harrington out of Braintree. Sarah Mikado out of Portsmouth. Becca Kraft from Newton. Welcome, Becca. A lot of athletes coming in strong. Keep
We got
cheering
Hannah
for them, folks.
Callahan from Falmouth. We got Jack Carroll, Falmouth legend, coming across the finish line.
Woo! Nancy Sawyer out of Falmouth.
Congrats, Nancy.
You see a lot of bibs out here representing all of these wonderful charities that we have part of the charity program here today. They're also wearing those blue hearts for the numbers for nonprofits, raising a lot of great funds for some amazing local charities. Katie Driscoll from Falmouth. Great job, Katie. You rock. Eric Tuck from Hudson. Dotsie Flanders from Norwell. Mary Catherine Wright coming out of Quincy. Welcome. Again, we talked a little bit about the foundation of this race.
Tom Cahere, local representative.
The man who started it all, the famed Tommy Leonard, sadly passed away in 2019 at the age of 85, but he will forever be an emotional heartbeat of this event. He was quoted as saying, "We were a band of brothers," said often during those early years. He went on to say it was a race born out of friendship, those who were already friends and those who would become friends. In the archives of the Cape Cod Standard Times, an article provides a telling tagline to the event. This affair is scheduled to be held on an annual basis. Long may you run. What a great event this has turned out to, the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race, soon to be the 50th next year. We hope folks can join us for that wonderful anniversary next year.
Hey, Mark, so that little fundraiser that Molly was doing?
Yeah?
She passed 4,761 runners.
4,761 athletes. Molly Seidel passed. That money, $1 for each one of those athletes donated to the Tommy Fund. What a great accomplishment. Big round of applause for Molly Seidel. Again, if you want to track a runner, go to rtrt.me/Falmouth2021 or download the mobile app at rtrt.me/app/Falmouth2021. You'll get time, pace, position on the map, estimated finish, all instantly available. Again, the clock right now is actually on the 9:03 a.m. start time. Again, a lot of these athletes started on a staggered pulse start, so their finish time will be a little different than what we see on the clock, but the chip time on the back of their bib will be given their official time from when they start when they cross the start line to when they cross the finish line. A lot of excitement out there. Samantha Hughes coming in, Luke Loring, Mark Sullivan from Belmont, Kate Mall from Wellesley Hills, Daniel Pinsker out of New York, New York, Joshua Bowles from Milton, Mass coming in. Speaking of giving back, the Falmouth Road Race is a nonprofit organization founded in 1979. It's committed to supporting and promoting local organizations with specific focus on youth athletics and programming that promotes health and wellness. An economic impact study completed as recently as 2019 showed an overall impact of nearly $16.5 million in direct local tax revenue. The Falmouth Road Race, Inc. has supported the installations of several scoreboards and a new floor for the Falmouth High School Fieldhouse, awarded countless grants for projects initiated by local nonprofits, and most recently replaced the James Calparis track at Falmouth High School, where those amazing times were run last night.
Lauren Powers from Falmouth just crossing the finish line. Give a shout out to her.
Rick Bruno out of Norwich. Lauren Pierce out of Brooklyn, New York. Gina Gallagher from Hanover. Susan Swartz out of Hingham. Welcome, Susan. Again, as those athletes are crossing the finish line, they're getting their grab-and-go refreshment bags, thanks to our official supermarket, Stop and Shop, and handed out by our wonderful volunteers from the Falmouth Band Parents. They'll be getting a Rice Krispie Treats, banana, Kind Bar, and a whole lot of other stuff. So we want to thank, once again, those volunteers for handing out those food items to these athletes as they cross the line. Jeffrey Holland out of Roseville, Minnesota. Welcome. Kia Eastman. Tim McDonald out of Peabody. Christine Leonard out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Thanks for coming up. Mike Nelson out of Tewksbury. Tegan Farley coming across from New York, New York. Got a lot of folks up from New York today. Scott Dayer out of Milton. Jessica Moniz. Peter Ward out of Marion. Thomas Doyle out of New York, New York. Beth Hines from Kingston, Mass. Ashley Coffey from Plymouth, Mass. Vivian Burr out of Georgetown. A lot of athletes coming in. Well over 5,000 athletes picked up their bibs at the expo yesterday. Cameron Hazel out of Walpole. Caroline Burke from Brookline, Mass. Welcome, Caroline. Alex Apel from Easton. Dante Colpus coming from North Falmouth. So, Scott, you got to figure that a lot of these athletes, the timing this year, with the Boston Marathon now being in October, on October 11th, a lot of these, some of these athletes will not only be running this race, but running the Boston Marathon. Even some of our elites are coming out and spending some time to actually go over the Boston Marathon course.
Yes, I've heard from a lot of athletes that they're actually using this as a training run for Boston.
Well, Boston will be having their 125th running in October, and they'll turn right around in April, hoping to put on the 126th running of the Boston Marathon.
Abigail Peterson from Falmouth.
Angela Kenny out of Falmouth coming through. Kelly McKeown. Falmouth. Woo! Andrea Migrant out of Cambridge. Nicholas Beal. Samantha Nolte coming out from Canton. Kara Egan from South Boston. Jacqueline Stephen out of Lincoln, Mass. Lisa O'Brien from Lexington, Mass. Catherine Higgins from Plymouth. Janet Dyer from Hingham. Laura Doherty out of Plainville.
Jenny Caprio from Falmouth and Sweat Studio.
Again, if you're planning on meeting your athlete, don't look in the ball field where we usually had the family meet and greet. The ball field's closed here. It doesn't have any amenities. It's closed today. So you'll just need to make alternative plans to meet your runner after they finish. If you need to get back to Woods Hole, make sure you take the Whoosh trolley from the Falmouth Mall or Main Street. Race results will be posted later today around 2 p.m. after the race on our website at falmouthroadrace.com.
Had a nice PCC family carving across the finish line.
Nicholas Bennett coming in from Irvington, New York. Kristen Borowski from Milton, Mass. Katie White out of Boston. Taylor Feen out of Wareham. Will Nasser out of Natick. Kevin Dyer out of Hanover. TK Skandarian. He helped start our race. He was our official announcer, my counterpart at the start line, TK Skandarian. Your marketing and communications director from Conventures, TK Skandarian. Great job to see TK out here running. Helped start the race at the start line and then jumped on in and finished.
Ron Golub of Falmouth.
John Flakes out of Milton. Ted Coleman out of West Falmouth coming through. Ben Kennedy out of Mashpee. Ashley Shepard, Travis Ward out of Waltham. Abigail Steffens out of Concord. Running with Alexandria Steffens. Jay Feenan out of Jackson, New Hampshire. Kate Nelson from Quincy, Mass. Andrew Cara from Westwood, Mass coming through. Great job. What a wonderful day, Scott, that we've had here today. A little warm, a little humid, but for the most part, it's been wonderful weather for today's event.
Absolutely, and that breeze doesn't hurt as well. Chris Montrose from Etna. Great job, Chris. Congratulations. Tom Souza from Falmouth. Hands raised. Some nice Asics sneakers he's wearing there. I think I saw him getting those at the expo.
Rick Kempton from East Falmouth coming through. Gerald Gaba from Walpole. Tracy Malowski out of Oak Bluffs, Mass. Paula Habel out of Harpswell. Catherine Curtin out of Norwell, Mass. Catherine Brody from East Falmouth. Such a great sight, Scott, seeing all these athletes come down from this hill. Really iconic underneath that beautiful flag. Molly Butler from Weymouth coming through. Pam Quinn out of Berkeley. Patricia Fay. Michael Milligan. Molly Norton from Medford coming through. Great job. Hannah Bell from Quincy. Keep giving up for all these athletes coming through here, folks. Come on. Sean Murphy out of Hanover. Dinah Dolan. Ashley Dunn. Kristen Hopkins. Welcome, Christine. Allison Baldwin. Great job. Ellen McDonald out of Somerville. As we're cheering on these athletes, once again, over 2,000 volunteers out here making this race run. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our volunteers out here for this day's event. Sarah McNeil out of Royal Oak. Tim Rowe from Pembroke. Jenny Foley coming through from Holden. Meg Brady from Mashpee coming through. Aaron Green. Karen Smith from Brewster, Mass. Eliza White out of West Falmouth. Sue Ryan. Jack McGough, Philip Ford coming through here from Malden. Linda Luthman out of Worcester. Sharon Lee. Nicole Neville from Boston. You probably wonder how I know all these people's names. Obviously, I don't know all these people. They're not all my friends. There's a nice little mat that's right up the road, and as soon as these athletes cross the mat, that little timing chip that's associated with their name pops up on a little screen here. I didn't want everybody to think that I actually knew all these people. That would be a little weird. Daniel Lane coming through from Charlestown. Julia Roman from Falmouth, Mass. Tricia Slattery out of Foxborough. Another one of our duo teams coming through here. Give it up for them. Great job. Kevin Wynn out of Worcester. Kim Cryan coming through here. Brian Quinn from Norwood coming through. Great job, Brian. Kristen Marks from Falmouth. Great job. Colin Pollack out of San Diego, California. Colin, welcome. Fellow brother from San Diego. James O'Connell from Somerville. Scott Dunn out of Marshfield coming through. Again, we can't thank enough all the residents and businesses here at the finish line in Falmouth Heights for accommodating all of us this morning and every year. And of course, want to thank the Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors, my partner in crime here all this morning, Scott, who is our president, all the rest of the staff and board of directors from the Falmouth Road Race, members of the organizing committee, and of course, our amazing race logistics team here, Dave McGilvery, Matt West, and the rest of the Dimsey Sports team. Rebecca Layden out of Boston coming through. Thomas King from Duxbury. David O'Donnell out of Reading. Peter Stedman from Falmouth. Great job. Love seeing all of those charity bibs, all those blue hearts on the bib numbers, all the charity jerseys that are coming through here, raising some amazing money for some great charities nearby. Tracy Donnellan, Corey Hatch from Norton coming through. Dirk Matten out of Gardner coming through. Alicia Peterson from Milton. Todd Waite coming through. Bill Warren out of Norwell. Chad Smith from Sandwich. Edward Warren out of Mapleton. Patrick Hannon. James English from Milton coming through. Mary Walsh.
Mark, any word on Billy and Frank?
I have not seen yet. Legendary runners. Bill Rogers, Frank Shorter, they're out there somewhere. We're keeping a keen eye on them as soon as they pop up on the screen. Ryan McDonald coming through from Boston. As soon as those two legendary names pop up on my screen, but hopefully we see them a little bit in advance. Frank Shorter, of course, again, the inspiration for this race. Tommy Leonard saw him win the Olympic gold medal and decided, you know what, we need Frank to run here. And just a couple of years later, Frank came and ran here. And he won here. Michael Andrulis coming through. Julian Hannon. Nina Tierney from East Falmouth. Joseph Mitlin. Mark Griffin from Sharon, Mass. coming through. Christina Antico from Stoneham. Leah Dunkner out of Oakland, California. I had a few folks coming out from California. Great job. Thanks for coming out. Elizabeth Wadman coming through. Jack Cowell from Buzzards Bay. Again, official photos, your official race photographer, Marathon Photo. You'll be able to find your race photos on the race website at marathonphoto.com. So I just got word, and this is exciting news. I just got word for Scott Gelfie here, the president of the Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors. We were hoping to get Molly out here to the finish line to speak with her a little bit. She's doing some other things, so she's not going to make it. However, the big news, as Scott just said, in honor of Molly winning the bronze medal in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, she passed 4,761 athletes. They were going to donate $1 for every athlete that she passed to Tommy's Place. However, Scott just said the Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors just decided to double that. So big round of applause to the Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors. Somebody do the math. I don't know what 4,761 times 2 is. I'm sure one of these young kids out here are up on their math. But all I know is that they doubled that money that they're going to donate to Tommy's Place. Once again, big round of applause for our Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors on making that great decision and supporting Tommy's Place.
Thank you, Mark. Just had a local favorite, Chris Leppertz, come by the finish line. Congrats, Chris.
Kelly Collins from South Boston coming through. Amanda Armstrong from Charlottesville, VA. Tammy Dunham from Taunton. Lynn Anderson out of Marshfield. Everett Houston. Stephen Koopman out of Webster, Mass. coming through. Jennifer Adams. Allison O'Toole coming through. Donna Stevens out of Pocasset. Lynn DeMarco out of Foxborough. Will Debler from Walpole, welcome. We're so excited to have all of these athletes coming across here at the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Next year will be the 50th anniversary. We hope everybody can join us. Julie Ryan out of Medford. Patrick Greeno out of Uxbridge. Great job on completing that 7.1 mile course. Get yourself some water, some food. Enjoy the party. Head on over to Shipwreck.
Good day.
Let's go. Let's keep clapping for these folks coming through here. Deanna Bigelow out of Harwich. Joan Ricord out of Worcester. Great job. Welcome to the finish line of the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race.
Donnie Thompson. Congratulations, Donnie.
Michael Ryan out of Kingston coming through here. Carrie Carlin out of Portsmouth. Katie Mallory, great job. Patricia Slutter out of Sudbury. Brendan Riley from Fall River coming through, great job. That's it, runners. Celebrate through that line. Put your arms up. Get that great photo from Marathon Photo. You deserve it. That's right, you too. I'm talking to you too.
Steve
Katie.
Innes, arms raised.
Katie and Julie Mulvey coming through there. Steve McGee from Bedford coming through. Great job, Steve. Nikki Dial coming in. That's it. Celebrate, folks. You deserve it. Come across that line strong. Nice big smile for the photographer. Lori Dumont coming through here. Chris Fry from Plainville. Great job. Way to go, athletes. Robert Johnston from Wellesley coming through. Nathan Walsh from Westboro. Alexandra Palmer and Lawrence Palmer. Great job, both of you. We see a lot of couples coming through. Brother and sister, husband and wife, friend and friend, coming through arm in arm. Great job. Working it together. John Hanson out of New Haven. Billy Marston out of Braintree, Mass. Great job. Again, we keep mentioning all of this great charity work happening out here, the Numbers for Nonprofits program. We have 160 Massachusetts-based nonprofit organizations with about 3,000 runners in today's race. Last year, they raised over $2.4 million for their respective charities during the virtual Falmouth Road Race at-home edition. We can only imagine how much they'll raise here today.
Congratulations to Matthew, who's coming across the finish line right now. Give us a wave, Matthew.
I'm getting anxious, Scott. I want to know where Frank and Bill are. I wonder if they're running together.
Well, I did get an update. I think we may have missed Bill, but Frank is still on the course.
Oh, we did. Well, if we did miss Bill, our apologies. 4-time Boston Marathon champion, Bill Rogers. If he did cross, welcome to the finish line, Bill. If not, we'll see you. Otherwise, we're still waiting for Frank Shorter. Matt Burke out of Brookline coming through. Michelle Sharp. Lauren Berry. Great job. Thomas McLean out of Taunton coming through. Good job. Marie Buckner from Bourne. We know it's warm, we know it's humid, but if you can hear my voice, athletes, the finish line's right here. It's right here, within touching distance. Great job, you. Go, go, go. Sprint to the finish. Put your arms up in the air. Give them a big smile. You deserve it. Great job, ladies. Tracy Smith from Hyde Park coming through. Karen Joyce. Jeffrey Lynch. John Bassler is going to be coming across. Great job, athletes. So glad to have all of you back here. It's been a long 2 years, but we're excited to have you back. Sarah Wayman. Ava Kahn from Newton coming through, along with Alex Kahn. That's it, all the way to the finish. Come on, come on. Along with all these wonderful volunteers, race organizing committee, all these amazing sponsors. We also want to give a big shout out to our local municipalities, fire, police, EMS, all of these folks out here keeping us nice and safe. keeping things nice and smooth. Big round of applause for our local municipalities out here in Falmouth. Trisha Winslow is going to be coming across from Rochester, Mass. Catherine Kelly. Elizabeth Maloney from Falmouth. Great job. Diane Adams. Colin Buckner from South Yarmouth. Great job, athletes. Come on through. We got you covered. We got water. We got snacks. Stop and Shop's got some stuff for you. Rice Krispie treat. That's what I want at the end of a race. I want a Rice Krispie treat. Somebody give me a Rice Krispie treat. Katie Day from Kingston coming through. Great job, Katie. Caitlin Sullivan out of Great Britain. Great Britain. Great job. It says Great Britain, Great Britain. Great Britain is Great Britain. We'll find out where she's from, maybe in Great Britain. Katie Anderson out of Boston. Molly Travers out of Sandwich. David Malcolm out of Braintree coming through. Great job. George Gross out of Oakland, New Jersey. Where you at, George? Raise your hand. There he is. There he is. Is that you, George? Is that you, George? That's him right there in the orange cap. Give it up for George.
And Stacy Zielinski crossing the finish line. Congrats, Stacy.
All right, Caroline Simple coming through. Eric Loftus out of Falmouth. Where you at, Eric? Raise your hand, Eric. I keep telling these people to raise their hand. They're so tired. They don't want to raise their hand. Like, yeah, I'm here. Just let me finish. Sean Sweeney coming through. Great job, Sean. Taylor Parmenter out of Barnstable. Tina Green. Great job, Tina. Again, if runners need to get back to Woods Hole at the start of the race.
Mark, sorry to interrupt.
What do we got?
Our 72 gold medalist coming down right now.
No.
We know who that is.
Is that Frank?
I think it is.
Is that Frank Shorter? Ladies and gentlemen, 1972 Olympic gold medalist in the marathon. Legendary inspiration for this race. Give it up for Frank Shorter. Wow.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
I'm so in awe when I see athletes like that still. I don't care. Bill Rogers, Joan Benoit, Frank Shorter, Molly. I mean, all of these athletes are such amazing icons for the sport. Really, truly inspiring.
A little birdie also told me that Frank might be buying some property in Falmouth.
Well, that would make sense. I'm sure he would be well welcomed here in the area.
He certainly would.
Paul Morrow from Palo Alto, California. Paul, where are you at? Raise your hand, Paul. Is that you, Paul? From Palo Alto? Nice. Nice. Welcome all the way out from California. I used to live in Portola Valley. Oh, yeah. Welcome from California. Great job. Maura Shoup from Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for coming up. How about New York? We got a lot of New York people. Shout out to New York. Bill O'Brien coming through. Amy Delaney is going to be coming across soon. Sydney Guerin out of Plymouth. Where you at, Sydney? David Pryor coming through. David, great job, David. Laura Morris from Pembroke.
Olivia Stack is going to be coming through from Millbury. Courtney Farrell from Linfield. What a great sight to see all of these athletes coming through here. We're so excited to not only be putting on today's race, but of course, next year's 50th anniversary running. Huge moment for the Falmouth Road Race. Jennifer Weaver, Melissa Walsh from South Boston. Mandy Ritchie from West Yarmouth coming through here soon. Again, look for results later on our website, FalmouthRoadRace.com. Download the app, RTRT app, to get instant results, all the splits from your favorite athlete. And then marathon photos out here, capturing your photos. So when you cross the line, put those arms up, give us a good smile. Smile for the camera, as they say. Marathon photo, I'll have those photos up later on today.
We got Ryan Weber coming across the finish line on his scooter, filming the whole race.
That's some impressive gadgets that he's got around on him. I think MapQuest is going to be using that later on. Ashley Flynn from Boston is going to be coming through here. Courtney Shipbeck from South Boston. Vincent English out of Yarmouth. Great job, ladies. Sean Healy out of Quincy. Mary O'Brien, great job. I tell you what, it's sure nice finishing downhill. I finished a couple of races uphill. That's no fun. Nice downhill finish. Enjoy it. Welcome. Maureen Walsh from Braintree. Craig Melton out of Needham. Craig, where you at, Greg? Greg Milton. Raise your hand, Greg. I want to see where Greg is. That's my neighbor from Needham. Shauna McLaughlin from Canton. Great job. Danielle Cranshaw from Buzzards Bay is going to be coming in. Make sure as you're taking all these photos, you're taking all this video of yourself, you put up on social media, make sure you tag Falmouth Road Race. Falmouth Road Race, tag us in your post. We'd love to hear from you. Christy Pike out of West Roxbury coming through. Jay Daly out of Rentham. Kira Edwards from Falmouth. Great job, Kira. Hey, Laura Bauer from Troy, New York. More New York folk. Anna Balsley from Matthews, North Carolina.
Alan and Deb crossing the finish line together.
Daniela Amores, all the way up from Miami, Florida. Great job. Dina Clark from Norton. Kendra Johnson from Brewster. Nancy Belmar from Quincy. Once again, a big shout out to our title sponsor, ASICS. We had them out there last night supporting our ASICS Falmouth Elite Mile. Today, obviously, the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Big thank you to ASICS for this year's support. Yeah, let's go! Yeah, come on. Some happy folks here at the finish line. Dan Gorman, one of them. James O'Reilly. Mark Hunter out of Watertown. TK, I see you. We got a lot of Skandarians in the house. That's not one of them. Big shout out to TK Skandarian. He was our start line announcer. I'm sure many of you heard him before he started the race. Looks like he's maybe going to go out there, take a little dip in the water. Go for a little swim. I'm sure a lot of folks are going to want to do that after this race. Nice warm conditions. Trish Randall might want to jump in the water when Trish finishes. Shannon Griever coming through here. Elizabeth Hayes from Dedham. Susan Kiefer from Plymouth. Steve Baldwin from Falmouth. Great job, Steve. Chris Livingston from Walpole. Carolyn Livingston from Walpole. Chris and Carolyn, raise your hands up. Where are you at? There you are. Great job. Thanks for coming out. Taylor Cross from Norton coming through. Joe Upman from Mansfield. Emily Lynch from Kingston. Great job. There you go. That's it. Raise your hands. Get that good photo. The camera is on you. You're in the spotlight right now. It's all about you. Get that photo. Liz Virgo out of Norton. Karen Moriarty out of Uxbridge. Great job, Karen. We still got a lot of runners out there, a lot of runners coming through right now. Keep cheering for them. Keep clapping. Elizabeth Hale from Brookline. She wants some help. Christina Reynolds. She wants some help across that line. Get her across. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Heather Mara from Bedford. Justin Smart from Scituate. So officially we had 6,046 athletes start today's ASICS Falmouth Row Race. Just over 6,000, 6,046 to be exact. We are aware of about maybe another 300 runners out on the course. So we just need clapping for 300 more runners. So keep that up for these athletes still out here. They would really appreciate it as they're coming on home here. Kara Madden, Kathleen Federico out of Douglas, Kimberly Harris out of Brewster, Kristen Collins right out of Woods Hole, and Josie Collins. Josie and Kristen, raise your hands up. There you are. Right out of Woods Hole, they're coming across sprinting happy. Nice. Love it. Love it. Laurel Kennedy. Laurel, where you at? From San Diego. Where you at? Where in San Diego? I'm from Oceanside. Good job. Karen Greenwood from Hopkinton coming through. Molly O'Grin from Riverside, Rhode Island. Great job. Susan Keithley out of Brighton, Colorado. Coming all the way out from Colorado. Thank you. Jeff Plain out of Huntsville, Alabama. Jeff, you didn't bring all this humidity up here, Jeff, did you? Lynn Horan out of Mashpee. Art Bastian from Marlboro. Katie Sachs out of Sandwich. Great job, Katie. Almost there at the finish line. Ariana Kerrigan out of East Falmouth. Again, just a few hundred more athletes out there. They want to hear from you. Rocky Morrison out of Walpole. Maggie Clayton out of Falmouth. Great job, Maggie. You're almost at the finish. Andrew Canny, Rachel Mack, Anthony Morse from Southeastern, Melissa Anderson out of East Falmouth, and Melissa Keefe out of East Falmouth. Melissa, meet Melissa.
Give it up for Steven. Thank you for your service, Steven.
Christopher Funk out of Mashpee coming across. Sandy Mahoney from Georgetown. Roger Thompson from Pittsfield, Mass. Roger and Jesse Thompson. Roger and Jesse, put your hands up. Where are you at, Roger and Jesse? There you are. Roger and Jesse, great job. Get those arms up. Smile for the camera. There you go.
Mark, give it up for Larry right here. Look at Larry.
Hey! Tina Fallon, where you at, Tina? Tina! San Diego, California, Tina Fallon.
Is that Carolyn Baker? That is Carolyn Baker.
Carolyn
Congratulations,
Baker.
Carolyn. There was a rumor that she had a knee injury and she wouldn't be out here, but she's here toughing it out.
Benjamin Pushner from Falmouth. Great job, Benjamin. There you go. Alex Light from Waltham, Mass. Patricia Monahan from Brewster. Danielle Sharp from Boca Raton, Florida. If you came up here from Boca Raton for cooler weather, sorry. Gary and Joan Epler. Gary and Joan, great job. Tammy Contrado from Plymouth coming through. Nancy Mahone from Norwood. Susan Brown from Norwood. A lot of athletes from Norwood coming in here right now. Great job. Almost there at the finish. Tracy Garrity from Little Compton, Rhode Island. Madison Gilbertson from Nashua. Great job, ladies. Carl and Piper Mill just came across. Brian Miller from Newton. Michael Lara from Boston.
How many next year? 50,000?
Is that you, Michael? Great job. Get across that line. Krista Allen's coming on down the hill here. Great job. Out of Lakeville, Mass. I tell you again, as we welcome some of our remaining athletes here in the 49th running of the A6 Falmouth Road Race, We want to thank the community here in Falmouth Heights and the community in general here in Falmouth for letting us come in here and put on this wonderful race that you love and we love. We're so glad to have everybody back. We want to once again thank the Falmouth Road Race Board of Directors, the organizing committee, 2,000 plus volunteers, Dave McGilvery and DMSC Sports. Dave McGilvery, your race director, our title sponsor, ASICS, not only of our road race, but also of our elite mile last night. NBC Boston, we want to thank a lot of people. Marathon Photo, our official photographer. We had some great athletes out here in the men's and women's, the wheelchair athlete, our mile races last night, and we got all these 6,046 strong runners coming across the finish line here. Jillian and Andrew Mora. Jillian and Andrew Mora, great job. Allison Fredericks out of Peterborough. Again, head on over to Shipwreck for the post-race outdoor beer bash, the beer garden bash there. Again, if athletes need to get back to Woods Hole, just look for the Whoosh trolley. Great job, Carol Beal, Amy Mills, Cody Slonecki out of Bourne, Mass. Good job. Matt Neal out of Marlboro is going to be coming down that hill. Great job, Matt. Again, age group and Falmouth Age Group Awards will be distributed to winners upon verification. Winners will be notified after the results have been checked, which may take up to 2 weeks. Official results will be posted by 2 p.m. on the race website at falmouthroadrace.com. Kelly Bradford's going to be coming through here. John Geffert and Alana Bravman. Great job, runners. Peter Thomas came across. Esme Mild and Kate Mild, I see you, which means you see the finish line. Great job, Esme. Great job, Kate. All the way through. There you go. There you go. Show us what you got. All the way through. Way to go. Great job, Philip. Philip Nero, right out of Falmouth, coming across there. Great job, Philip. Mark Pankoff from New York, New York is coming down the hill. Katie Esseray from Worcester. Emily Portrack from South Boston. Marianne Graham from Uxbridge. Again, folks, on behalf of the Falmouth Road Race, this year, title sponsor by ASICS. My name's Mark Davis. I've had the pleasure of working with Scott Gilfie, president of the board of directors of the Falmouth Road Race. It's been our absolute pleasure here to host the 49th running of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. We want to congratulate all these athletes that started here today. Scott, what do you think? We had a pretty good darn day.
We got
still a couple of athletes out there, but it's been a pretty good day.
Yeah, we have had a great day. And I just got word that the Falmouth 3 have all finished. Tom Branley, Brian Salzberg, and Mike Bennett is doing the at-home edition. They have all finished, so they have their streak alive, 49 years, so we'll have them back at the 50th for that big anniversary year.
Can you imagine running 50 straight Falmouth road races? That's amazing.
Unbelievable. And how about Joni?
Joni
gets a knee replacement in February, comes in 10 minutes before Billy and Frank. How about that?
You know what? There's going to be some smack talk after that.
Unbelievable.
There's definitely going to be some smack talk after that one. And she deserves to talk the most. That's for sure.
She certainly does.
She's a warrior. Once again, I want to thank my partner in crime here, Scott Gelfie, president of the board of directors of the Falmouth Road Race, for helping me out here today. We've got about 100 athletes still out there. They'll be coming in. Richie Williams is going to be coming across. Gail Finsky out of Winchester, Mass. Just a little bit more on the Falmouth Road Race. It has established a scholarship program for graduating high school students who reside in Falmouth year-round. Graduating seniors who will be attending college or trade school are eligible for one of at least 10 available scholarships. 2021 marked the 10th year that Falmouth Road Race, Inc. has awarded scholarships to graduating seniors. 39 scholarships were awarded this year, totaling $52,500. Many of these recipients have volunteered for the race for years. These scholarship awards represent just some of the $3.7 million the organization has given back to the community since 2012. Gianna Farini coming through. Stephen Brunstrom. Stephen Rhines and Grace Rhines. Stephen and Grace, where are you? There you are. I see you. I see you. Great job, Grace. You're doing awesome. Again, as I mentioned before, we want to help keep Falmouth Heights clean. We strive to become a zero-waste event, and we need your cooperation. Make sure you deposit water bottles in the recycling bins on the way out. Bring any and all food, paper, and plastic waste to one of our recycling stations. And a big thank you to Cavosa Disposal Corporation for partnering with us. And we thank you in advance for helping support our zero-waste program. Jean McGuire, Meredith Harris, and Karen Kenny. Welcome to the finish line of the ASICS Falmouth Road Race. Herb Berger is going to be coming down through. Rich Seal from Waltham. Great job, Rich. Indeed, congratulations to all of this year's ASICS Falmouth Road Race finishers. Great job, Alicia. Wendy Lathrop coming through along with Dale. Wendy and Dale, where are you? I see you. I see you. Come on. And John Whitehead. Great job, John. You're right there. There you go. Running on in. Give it up for the Lathropes. Coming on in together. That's awesome. Celeste Connors. Celeste, I can see you. You can hear me. That means the finish is right here. That's right. It's right here. Big smile for the camera now. Great job, Celeste. Love it. There you go. You're happy. Great job. And that's Elise Milano from Boston coming on down the hill. Finish line in focus. Let's go. Great job, Elise. There you go. Come on, Anthony. Come on, Anthony. You're right there. Look at you waving to the crowd. Yeah, that's right. Everybody came here for me. Great job, Anthony. Coming all the way up from Kings County, New York. Way to go. Heather Young, come on down. You're the next contestants on the ASICS Falmouth Road Race finisher. Sally Glora is going to be coming through. Melanie Marinello from Beverly, Mass. Welcome, Beverly. Joan Evil from Oak Bluff. There you go. Finish line's right there, folks. Come on. Nice big smile for the camera. Great job. There you go. Wave to the crowd. Patrick McGillicuddy from Dorchester. Patrick, come on down. There you go. You got this. Next up, we got Ronald and Tracy Duchette. There you go. That's it. Run it on in. Ronald and Tracy, great job. Awesome to see you. Great job, Beth. You're almost there, Beth. Beth Dutcher from Braintree. There you go. Yeah. Great job, athletes. Thanks for coming in here. Caitlin Keller, Riss Kellogg, Larry Cole coming through. Great job. We got you, Larry. We got you. This is all you, Larry. Come on now. Give it up for Larry, folks. Larry Cole out of South Weymouth. That is a man who gave everything he's got out on that course. Great job.